Hello and welcome to Lori and Friends. It's the special recipe playoff game. I told you we're doing this way in advance of the playoffs. Not to wear Bill's attire because it would jinx us. You were given those instructions, Judy Clark from Judy Clark After Dark.
Fine, Lori.
Dr. Wizolowski.
Fine, Lori. Okay, well then fine. I'm going to take this off.
Oh.
All right? Yes, but now we're going to play a game because I've started a healthy journey. My goal in life would to have everybody to be healthy. So I've started this journey, and I was following a quarterback that shall not be named, but I decided to be a referee today. So if you bring out recipes that are unhealthy, we will throw flags and challenge flags on them.
You're the health ref?
I'm the health rep today.
Ooh, this could not be good for me. This is one of the first shows of the new year, Judy, and you're going to start right off refereeing?
I'm going to start right off. Now, since I can't name a certain quarterback that you don't like, I found another.
Tom Brady.
I found another book. It's actually from a local dietitian here. Her name is Noelle DeSantis Citarella, and it's an MS diet plan and cookbook. Now you're saying to me, MS? You know,
Yeah.
we don't
What
have
if,
multiple
What if I
sclerosis?
don't have MS?
Oh, the thing is, this is a good anti-inflammatory diet. Okay, this will be the only educational portion of this show. Inflammation is thought to cause a response in your system that brings all the fighter cells and fights off badness, infection and stuff. But when you're constantly in an inflammation state, it degrades your cells and your body. So that's why we want to go anti-inflammatory. Good book. Thanks, Noelle. You know,
Noelle's coming on the show next month because we called and asked Noelle if we could do her creamy tomato basil soup, and then somebody said, oh, you should go on Lori's show. So Noelle, who sounds like a real sweetheart, she said,
she's really
oh,
nice.
I have all these recipes and I've done this anti-inflammatory cookbook, and she's local, and I said, hey, do you want to come on? You're probably more appropriate than some of my other friends to come on.
Thank you, Lori. I'm gonna challenge that. So let's take a look at this.
There's going to be challenge flags throughout the show. Was I offensive?
She definitely offended me. Yes.
She's easily offended. Okay, so the fun thing about this tomato soup recipe, and just to kind of combat her very healthy style, I've done this very large grilled cheese sandwich that's going to go with it. No, but this is, I want to look through this book before you leave.
Yes.
Okay, because it looks like it has some very healthy yet tasty recipes.
Oh, very much so.
Okay. So this creamy tomato basil soup has a secret ingredient.
It does. It does, and it truly is creamy.
Okay, what's the secret ingredient?
Cashews.
Who knows? I don't know what this tastes like, folks. So I'm going to, okay. Okay, so how do we start the soup?
Well, first you have to give me the recipe because I don't remember it off the top of my head. And we're going to probably start with sauteing the onions and the garlic. Actually, before we do that, I misstepped, so no one threw a flag on the plate. Yes. You actually want to soak your cashews in water beforehand for about 20 minutes to soften them up. And then you want to get a high-powered blender, and you want to blend them up. I did most of this before the show because, you know, Lori's a little bit cranky when it gets noisy in here. So we'll just show you how this works. You turn this on. This machine has something called an extract button where it will just determine how much it needs. So we'll just do the cashews.
All of a sudden, I feel like I'm on QVC.
1995. No, I have no idea. I got it for Christmas.
How many cashews did you put in this?
I used a cup of cashews and a quarter cup of water.
And that did all of this?
That did all of that.
How do you do we unscrew it? How do you do this?
Yes.
I don't have one of these.
You don't have one of these. Okay, so you have to unscrew it from the bottom.
Okay.
And then you would put the nuts and the water in.
Okay.
And see how nice and creamy that is?
Let me smell it.
Ooh, you can't?
No,
Yeah.
it smells like cashews.
I don't know if you can see this, but it is nice and creamy. Okay, and then you just blend it until it's this creamy.
Okay, so now it's done.
It's done.
That's what we're going to use. I'll move
Yes.
this out of the way. We seem to have a lot going on the show here today. There's a lot going on here.
We do. So we're going to put that there.
Okay.
So now I need to saute the onions.
So I'm going to guess you need a little bit of light olive oil.
A little bit of light olive oil. I need to turn on the stove.
Okay, it's the bottom one.
The bottom one.
Light it first.
Light it first. Okay.
All right, and then put it on. Okay.
Okay, good. So then we're going to do a little olive oil. And you got to give me some of the help here, Lori.
Okay, all right. So you want onions? Here,
Sure.
here.
How much olive oil? How much onions?
Well, you know what? The olive oil should have just been a half a cup, so you didn't put enough in.
I didn't put enough in.
No, you didn't. Here.
Yay. I didn't get a challenge flag or a penalty flag.
You know what? I may have to keep these around for other guests because there's going to be a lot of this. All right.
And how much onion?
Just throw all the onions
throw
in.
all the onions
Well,
in.
there's no, it's not going to be too oniony. All right. And then you're going to have to put in.
I might have to challenge that.
I might have to just challenge these onions. They are very, very strong.
Okay.
Lori, Tops does their own onions like this for lazy people like me doing the show. Yes, they do. Now, do your garlic. You can't have too much garlic. It says 4 to 6 cloves.
Okay.
Right? This is 6 cloves. No.
Flag on the play. Okay, what's the penalty?
Just not knowing how to use a
Walk in the
garlic
path
press.
or personal foul.
Not knowing how to use a garlic press. Okay, you just put
don't
it in
peel
there.
them first?
No, you don't have to with one of these. You just put it in like that, and then you do this. All right? Did you see it coming out?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So
All
you
right.
need to do that.
Okay. So then, what do you do with the remains?
Okay. So then you just take these out. Just put them here for a second, and then do the next one.
You know, this is great. I can get her to do the whole thing.
Yeah, I know. Why do I feel like that all of a sudden? And this takes a lot of training.
Look at those muscles go.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at those muscles. Another part of a good, healthy lifestyle is exercise. She's going to kill me.
Oh, I think one more of these we'll have done 4. Okay? Because if not, it might
What,
be
are you getting
too garlicky.
tired? You getting tired already? I don't mind the extra garlic. I'll put it in if you're having problems.
If I'm having problems?
You're having problems.
Well,
Look at you.
yeah, I probably should. Normally, under normal circumstances, I would clear these things out and then put the garlic cloves in. Here.
Would you like me to do that?
You can do the last one, and this is then 6 cloves of garlic. 4 calling birds, 3, yeah.
This is harder than it looks. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, all
I
right.
gotta get on the bench press.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you. You did 1 out of the 5.
I did 2. You put 2 in there, so you challenged me.
There's 2 of them.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Raise
So,
the temperature of
I've
that.
got to raise the temperature of this. She's always telling me what to do.
Cooking without a clue. That should have been one of these. Cooking without a clue.
All right. 5-yard penalty. Loss
What?
of down.
You don't have that high
Encroachment.
enough. You don't have that. I'm encroaching
Still?
here. Yes. You don't have that high enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
I put it higher.
What are you going to add to that before? We've
Oh,
got
I
like
have no
4
idea.
minutes to a break.
Do you-
So the other things we're going to add to that, we're going to saute those. Start cutting up some fresh basil. Okay. Do you know
Should
how
I-
to do this?
No.
Like with this.
Okay. And I just put it in the thing, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Stems and all, or just the basil?
Just the basil. Don't put stems in there.
Okay. All right.
Why do I feel like I have to watch everything she's doing
She
today?
is. She's watching me like a hawk.
I'm just because this is Noelle's recipe.
Yes.
She's watching this and she's losing her mind because she's
Oh no, she's
amateurs
saying,
doing that. It's
what
almost
a
like
wonderful
it's almost-
job she's doing. I should hire her.
It's almost like people that don't really know anything. Well, I shouldn't say anything about it because you've taken master classes on acting, but now you have your.
Yeah, you can see they really helped.
Now you have your own show, Judy Clark
I
After
do.
Dark.
I do. We have a new season coming up. And I was actually going to do a show, The Best of Lori and Friends with Judy Clark. Except, man, we did a lot of shows together.
Well, some of them. My YouTube channel, the Lori and Friends YouTube channel, will be up this year. Well, you can get all my new shows on demand at LCTV, and you all know that. You can go to lctv.net and see probably definitely the last year's worth of shows. But I found the really old shows on VHS, turned them to DVD, and my son is uploading them to my channel. So these are old shows, including the very first Lori and Friends back 1994.
This is Wind the Clock. We're getting signals.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the sidelines.
It was a 2-minute warning.
Yes.
All right, that's good
Delayed
enough.
game.
You can add this now,
Oh.
okay?
Why, thank you.
That was a 28-ounce can of whole tomatoes.
Whole tomatoes.
Now, do those break down? You've made this recipe before, right?
I actually made it
Please
with
tell me.
homegrown cherry tomatoes.
Please tell me she's done this before. Howard,
No flag for
oh,
that.
there was a flag. There's a flag on the play. That's called It's All Over Now.
It's all
Oh,
over. I love it. Yes, I made this recipe at home, but I grow my own cherry
gosh.
tomatoes.
You've got a
and
whole-
so I actually use my own cherry tomatoes.
Hold on. You have to put a whole thing of broth in there with this.
Oh my goodness.
Let me make sure of her recipe that she has everything in. This calls for the cashews, the water, olive oil, the onion and garlic in the olive oil, the whole can of that, 4 cups of a low sodium broth, and that's important when you're dealing with healthy recipes.
Yes.
She's put in some fresh basil. We could put in some oregano, if I can find it beneath me here. Salt and pepper, freshly ground pepper. And then we're just gonna let this cook.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna let this cook down for a little while. How do those tomatoes break up?
Very nice.
I mean,
They
they're just
do.
going to break up on
Oh,
their own, or
yes.
do I have to get my emulsion in there?
You might want to get your emulsion.
Okay.
When
do
not too
you-
much salt, just a little bit. Thank you.
When do you put in your cashews?
At the end. Yes,
So,
I will emulse this with
Okay.
your emulsing thing, and
Add
once it
those in
cooks,
at
and
the
then
very end.
At
So
the very end.
put it back up to a higher
Okay.
while we take a break. When we come back, this is going to have cooked down some. This is a really great recipe if you're going to be having some friends over, and it's a healthy recipe. What makes it more fun, and these are your cashews, put them over here for a
Okay.
second, is what we're going to serve it with, which is a big grilled cheese.
Oh, there's a flag on the plate.
Yes, flag from Mark the cameraman. On what grounds? Unhealthy? Unhealthy?
Let me check it out. Yeah, Lori, sorry. You lose a timeout. It's not healthy.
I'm going to take my remaining time out now with a quick break, and we'll be right back. And I don't
Time out.
care how unhealthy this looks. I'm going to show you how to make it.
It's comfort food. We're having, another flag on the plate. This is tomato soup and grilled cheese. It's comfort food.
Healthy, not so healthy, maybe a good mix. Maybe that's what 2023 is going to be. Healthy and not so healthy. We'll be right back with more Lori and Friends. Oh, it is good.
Oh my goodness.
It is good. Welcome back to Lori and Friends with Judy Clark. Eating cheese as we come on? I mean, that violates so many different things.
I love cheese.
I know, and cheese
I
doesn't
love
love
cheese.
me.
It doesn't love me either.
It loves me too much, maybe. But that also violates the whole eating as while performing. Didn't they talk to you about that during your acting classes? Not that this is acting.
I
This
think
is
I
real.
slept through that
This is
one.
reality television,
This
folks.
is reality television. Yes, it's very good.
Let's see what your soup looks like so far.
Sure. As I finish my cheese. Everything in moderation.
Look at this. Here, let
Okay.
me throw another one of these. She's making a mess of the kitchen. No. We've got a camera on it right there. We're a high class operation. Yeah, so he's not seeing you. He's only seeing the.
I am impressed.
Are you impressed?
Yes, I never realized this. This was
Yes.
a two-camera setup.
It is a 2-camera setup. So we are seeing how creamy the soup looks so far.
Yes.
And it's going to look even creamier.
Yes, but let's tell everybody what we did during the break. In addition to cooking it, we used one of these things here.
Oh, please don't do it again, Judy. It was all over my cooktop as it is.
And then we go.
No, you can do it. You can do it.
Sound effects.
It's going to go all over. Go ahead. Do emulsify.
Emulsify.
She felt a little, yeah, she felt a little like she was a superhero emulsifying things. It went all over, all over, all over. As it's continuing to go all over.
I didn't get a flag.
No.
All right, so I think at this point, now that we've simmered it,
Yes.
we get to add the cashews. So do you
Yes,
have
you
something
do.
to do this?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
All righty. Now, you'd be amazed that this is going to, at how creamy this is going to make this. All righty. So we just add this in. Okay. Am I doing okay, Lori?
Oh, you're doing great.
Are you sure?
It is.
Okay.
This
No
is-
flags?
This is a creamy tomato soup recipe from the Multiple Sclerosis Diet Plan and Cookbook, which
By
helps
Noelle.
by Noelle DeSantis. If you're looking for this, I'm sure it's available on Amazon. By Noelle DeSantis, who's going to come and join us next month. But this helps with anti-inflammatory recipes. You don't have to have MS or any other disease to have a diet that gives you anti-inflammatory. What's the word I'm looking for? What did you do?
I dropped it.
Oh my God.
We got a penalty.
Oh,
Time out. I need something. No,
this. Do you need this? Do you need
never
this?
leave me to myself.
Do you need this?
I do. But you know what? Never leave me to myself, Lori. You know, this is how I cook. All right.
We don't have to review this. We all watch this happen. This is when everybody in the stands is going, that was not a touchdown. Not at all.
Not put that in the replay.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
You know, the cashews probably need to warm up a little bit, and then
Why don't I
probably
start this,
Why
and
don't you
then-
start that? Because then I'll probably do the emulsification one more time.
Okay. We'll go with
and,
that.
And Rich did say again, remember whose show it is.
I found she's just waiting for her own show. She has her own show. She has her own show. She produces her own show.
Yeah, but I'm jealous. I don't have as many subscribers as you.
Well, I have viewers. I don't have subscribers. This isn't an internet thing. This is a real life thing. This is a broadcast thing on cable. You need a piece of bread. You need a loaf of bread that is not sliced. This is all they had at Tops when I went in. I thought it's really supposed to call for like a white bread thing. You could also use wheat. But all they had there was the Italian bread that wasn't. So I thought, oh, you know what? I go with the flow, right? So cut it like a big sandwich like this. Ooh. And then just layer in your cheese, which in this case, we're going to use some Colby Jack, and we're going to use some sharp cheddar. Ooh. You're kind of encroaching on me again. I just can't grab my flag. Offsides.
Encroachment. Offsides.
Offsides. So here, give her a piece of cheese so that she'll be good through all this. So we're just, once again, to make it easier, I just got the pre-sliced stuff. I wouldn't use a processed cheese in this, all right? There's no Velveeta, which I really question.
I was going to ask you what you meant by processed
Well,
cheese.
the fact that you don't have to refrigerate it should really, maybe a question should come in your mind at this point. Is this really a food if it, I had to go find the Velveeta somewhere one day. Why can't I find the Velveeta? I'm in the cheese section and the person at top says to me, because it's over there. I said, it's not refrigerated. No, you don't have to refrigerate Velveeta. Okay, that screams.
I remember when you used to use cheese from a can.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So all you're doing is you're just putting some cheese, and then you're really creating a garlic, butter, basil paste for the top of it, okay? Which I've already done here.
Small steps, okay? Small steps.
and then you're just going to brush it all over, and you're going to bake it in your oven at 350 and keep an eye on it till it gets crunchy. I had really wanted to do, I don't know if any of you ever go to the Griffin restaurants. This is not an advertisement for them. They don't pay me for this. I just go. And they have this grilled cheese thing that they do there that I would really like to know how they do it, except I'm sure they deep fry it, and I don't have the capabilities to do that. Now, one thing that I did wrong here is I should have done the bottom first, because now it's all kind of goopy. This one's going home with Mark. No, don't worry about it. It's just going to make you know.
I can lift it up.
No, because it's just not going to have it at the bottom.
I am a team player, Lori.
I know,
and I can do this.
Yeah, but you're going to be goopy, and then it would be even worse. You know?
Oh, come on.
I love you dearly, but you're a little messy. Now, look at this. Look what just happened here. My whole thing fell apart. And that says to me, Lori, you have enough. Okay?
I'm not that messy. For instance, I like to recycle.
Did you clean? Okay.
Did I make it?
I have it in my hair. Luckily.
Oh, flag on the play.
Luckily.
Yes. Illegal forward pass.
Luckily, I had already rinsed out this can, reminding you that if you should recycle your cans, and you should recycle all cans like this, you should also rinse them out. Your recycle bin should be able to stand on its own for 30 days without attracting bugs or any kind of vermin, okay? That means what's in your recycle bin is clean. You ready? Yes, and into the recycle bin. Thank you very much. This is going to go into your oven for about 10
Wait,
minutes.
I want to challenge that.
No, you look at it again. About 10 minutes in a 350 oven.
All right.
Comes out like this. Now you have some control over just how you slice it. So we're going to slice it up small.
Okay.
Just small pieces like this. And so
Ah.
when you go to serve your tomato soup, you have these small slices
And
of
you can
your bread.
dip them in the soup then.
You can.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm only going to do one more.
Okay.
All right. You could make this. I really wondered about taking these and then air frying them, but we don't have time today because I only have a couple minutes left. I wondered if I air fried them, if they'd become crunchier. That's just something for a future show. Let's take another look. Yeah, because
Yes.
we
Do
have.
you want to try some before
I'll
we
get
go?
a spoon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get a spoon.
We don't have a lot of time, so let me emulsify one more time as I make
How do
everything
we
better.
find Judy Clark After Dark?
Go on YouTube and just look up Judy Clark After Dark. Oh, yeah. She's readily available. Alrighty. Ooh!
Why don't I
Go
have
ahead.
Judy on more? Why don't I have Judy on more?
It's going to be hot.
Oh, you don't taste the cashews at all. It tastes like tomato soup. It's very,
does.
very creamy.
I told you.
And good for you. Not so good for you, but good, just the same. Thanks for joining us.
Touchdown! Judy Clark. You love me. I know you love me. She's going to invite me back. She will.
She knows where I live, folks.
I
What
know
can
where
I
she
tell
lives.
you.
I used to live down the street, so yes, I know where she lives.
She's my gynecologist. There's very little that I can do to not see her. Thank you
All
for
right.
joining us
We're
this
winding
week and
the
every
clock.
week. There you go.
All
We're
right.
done. Touchdown, Judy Clark
Touchdown.
After Dark. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's good. That's good. I would eat this.
I know you would.
I would eat this.
I thought you'd be pleasantly surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's very good. I turned it on low now, but I really like it a little bit smoother, but maybe it's because of the onions and stuff like that. So let me just, here.
Well, I think
wanna-
what we should do is probably cook it down more.
We could, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to move it to another and just let